What does $1 million look like? What about a billion? And just how rich are the ultra rich? I'm a graphic designer based in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I'm a visual thinker, and when I hear people talk about millions or billions, I often find it confusing to actually see just how much this is. So I created this illustration to visualize what all the fuss is about. So let's start with me. I'm pretty middle class. I'd say my family and I are probably worth about $250,000, give or take. I mean, that's probably about right. So what does a million look like? If I look at this $250,000 and then I expand it 4 times, that'll equal $1 million. So this box represents $1 million. So I hear about hundreds of millions of dollars. So what does 100 million look like? Well, 100 million is, of course, 100 of those little blocks of $1 million a piece. $100 million. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So next big chunk we're going to look at is $1 billion. And since I need to zoom out, this will be 1,000 million, or 10 of these $100 million blocks. So that is this right there. That's $1 billion. $100 billion is going to be 100 of these $1 billion blocks. So here we go, is $100 billion. And now you can see, if you look back on the 250K, you can't see it anymore, I don't think. So this is $100 billion, and that's pretty amazing. The next number we're going to look at is $1 trillion, which $1 trillion is 10 of those $100 billion thing. So it's 1,000 billion. So that's it right there. That is, and it doesn't even barely fit in my screen. So this is $1 trillion. Now let's start looking at who makes what. Mark Zuckerberg, one of the richest people around, makes, let's see here, I'll zoom in just a sec so I can read it, 206 billion. That's how much he's worth. He's in charge of Facebook and Meta. And these mostly are the billionaires that you hear about in the news all the time. Let's talk about Larry Ellison, $236 billion. That's how much he's worth, and I'll zoom out a little. He's in charge of Oracle. Next up is Jeff Bezos, and of course he's from Amazon, $271 billion. And by the way, I got all of these results from Forbes.com, the real-time billionaires thing, and this is actually updated daily, I believe, or weekly. It shows you what actually these people are worth. In real time. Larry Page, who is in charge of Google, $316 billion. And there are many more, of course, in China and stuff, but I decided to figure out the top 5 of the most talked about ones here in the United States. And last but not least, Elon Musk, who's worth $807 billion. Of course, he's behind Tesla and SpaceX. And this is a visualization what $807 billion looks like. And that is almost $1 trillion. And in fact, I think he's actually going to be a trillionaire probably in the next year or two. And of course, it seems like these people keep earning money exponentially. So that's probably what's going to happen. So now we're going to zoom back in a little bit. Here is the huge chunk, $100 billion. Here's $1 billion. Here's $100 million. Here's $1 million. And here is, back to me, $250,000. So I hope this illustration helped you, and hope you can visualize it a little bit better like I can. Thanks for watching.